Hello everyone. Like I said, I'm making Wrestling Empire videos. Um, and it's going to be a spend make. There's not gonna really be much, but we need to address the version 1.4.7 because it's an absolute mess, and I think many people probably haven't noticed it. I think this just could cause some game ruining in a way stuff not to exaggerate and say the game is broken or that it's actually ruined. I just think if change isn't made to one of these new features, then we will have a permanent problem that will constantly hinder this game from now on. But first we'll cover everything else, and I have various issues. So first we got each belt, each promotion can have a different design. So that's basically these new sprites. That's a variety to the championships. Now that's a very good addition. However, people expect to be able to customize it and swap it around. Like how you can customize the straps. And that would give the roster editor more things to edit, and that's something it desperately needs. So that feels like a missed opportunity there. So that's kind of disappointing. However, it's still good. It's still an improvement, and it doesn't fuck with anything. So that gets the thumbs up from me. Wheelchairs and crutches give injured wrestlers more mobility. That's good. And wheelchairs show on the first movable vehicle kind of that we have. We can't ride skateboard and stuff, but we can ride in a wheelchair. And the purpose of them is very clever. So I think that adds a lot of purpose to them instead of just adding another weapon, another furniture. There's actual unique functionality to them. So I'm very happy with that. But you probably know there's no other vehicles. And there was a reasoning, because Matt Dickey posted on Twitter, and the one reason said was that basically the vehicles aren't ready yet because in the roaming mode of the wrestling career, you could just run everyone over and kill off the roster. And if that was the case, then just add it to exhibition. You don't need to include it to that mode. I don't get that reasoning at all. I think it's the same reasoning he gives for why won't add dismemberment, which he has shown since 2020 and recently just brought it back up and started showing it off again, even though he had no intentions of releasing it anytime soon. I don't get it. Make it an option. And we'll go another thing here that should be an option. I'm not saying put it to the core gameplay, but as an option in exhibition. And he's been even tinkering with stuff for the career mode and stuff, what they do after they lose them. So he has been working on stuff, even though he said he doesn't want to add it, or something along those lines. It's not how he thinks it doesn't really suit the game or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's not complete. Obviously, it's not a complete feature. But also, I feel like he doesn't even have plans on adding it. Vehicles he definitely does, but they should be here if your only reasoning why is because they're not ready for a mode. Because just take them out of the mode. I don't think anyone was expecting to be using them in Roaming Empire. Because, there is no place to go. You added a plane and it has no purpose. You added a subway and it has no purpose. Because it just doesn't take you anywhere. And then you lose money because of the fee you have to pay. So yeah, no one was like excited for these vehicles because of free roam mode. People were just excited because we could like fuck around in like exhibition and stuff. It feels neglectful of exhibition at this point. Now there's some features that are blatantly being missed. Seemingly to optimize these other modes, even though he still hasn't made a way where like making a career mode doesn't fuck with your exhibition roster. Like I'm not gonna do one of these modes. Well, what I do when I occasionally go to it, because I'm not a fan of the modes really. I like them, but they're not my go-to, and that's just how I feel. I don't think there's any flaws with it. That's just my go-to. It's just exhibition, make matches, do cool stuff and storylines. And you got like a really good amount of freedom for doing that. But yeah, here it's just, but it definitely is just annoying and off-putting when I care about my exhibition roster, and I might not back up my roster correctly, and I could fuck everything up, and I've done that before, and it's very annoying. So I don't know how that's still a thing. Next we have near-death experiences when a character suffers a heavy blow. There's 2 animations for this. And it's based, and yet I'll basically just like react, and I'll look like they're struggling really bad. It's a good animation. So that's like the near-death stuff in like the 2D games, which I don't think were for any of the wrestling MTG games or for other stuff. But yeah, I'm fine with that feature. I don't think it really like slows stuff down, you know, because by that point, actually everyone's like getting up slowly and stuff, and I think that fits anyway because it's still like a shit ton of abuse in the match. So yeah, I'm fine with it. It doesn't like interrupt gameplay or anything. Like you can still attack. Which cancels the animation. So yeah, I'm completely fine with that. I think it's cool. New remarks about death and injury, including no longer being welcome at funerals, of course. That's good, of course. There's more variety to free roam. Employees with health insurance and assist, so you pay for any surgery. That makes sense. Friends wave each other for a distance. That's a nice quality of life update. Breathing music in the air to no longer makes victims. There we are. That is a great fix. However, there were like a handful of other like issues, and I've reported, but obviously unfixed. There's like the self-abuse taunt. I thought at first it was to change the name, so it's taken off the list temporarily, but it's not back, so I'm guessing it's just a mistake. Because that is an iffy name, but like it's a cool animation, you know. And I think there was another one, but I just don't know what it was. But yeah, it was those on the list, but it's still in the game. Like if you already had it equipped, it's still there. So it's very odd. And there's another thing that's been removed from the list, and we'll get to that. Like in a recent update, that is. Clinches have the correct reaction when broken up by a third party. I don't know what an incorrect reaction to that is, but that's good, I'm guessing. You can no longer sit back into a pin from recording position, sure. Quickly browsing back goes through locations and running crashes at the gym. I didn't know that was a problem, but glad that's fixed. Improved collision detection on furniture, reduces clipping or passing through. That's obviously good. A gym now contains a table and chairs for announcers. Sure. Characters start standing on furniture instead of getting stuck inside. Yeah, that's good. That's like a common issue as well. The hotel room turns the lights off at night. Small quality of life change. Beds make a softer sound. Again, nice quality of life change. Furniture is not refurbished for the stock character using it. Not sure what that means. Preferences are correctly applied in exhibitions and not reset every time you access the page. I didn't even know that was a problem, and I use exhibition a lot, so yeah. CPU characters discard props that are softened backstage, and drop tiles are cleaned up more regularly. That's good. Phones can no longer be heard on silent volume. Yeah, that's also good. I really hate the phone ringing sound, like in general. I hate how it can happen, like in matches, like in exhibition. I don't even think there's a purpose for it. It's exhibition, but yeah. I think obviously you get calls and stuff. I just don't like the sound. Dozens of themes from older games, low quality. Now this is a very good update because it's like a bunch of themes from past games, like I said. The quality difference is like very blatant, but obviously it just adds variety, and they didn't, to my knowledge, replace anything. So you're just adding on to a very good creation suite. So no complaints there. Now that we've like finally got like a very good selection of themes, handful of new face textures. Now this is where we get to something unfortunate. They are like for the male faces there were, I believe, 3 new ones. However, the counter for male faces has only gone up by 2. Because male face 76 was this really awesome and like super unique clown face. That wasn't even being used or anything. It was a very odd but cool inclusion. I had it for like a theme core. And then I checked my theme. Dude just got like this fucking weird ass face. Just like a normal dude face. I don't know why these new texts have added, frankly. Like, good variety, obviously, add more. But replace one of the most unique faces in the game that people were using. I've posted about this. I've got like a bunch of likes on Twitter because like I'm basically on Twitter. I just like explain stuff to people because I feel like I understand this game at this point. I report stuff, but I don't even know if Matt Dickey checks the replies. He doesn't reply to anyone ever. And like the features ad seems to just go against fans' wishes, and like the community is like kind of shitty quite a lot of times, like impatient as fuck. But the requests people make are usually very reasonable, like asking for core stuff that was in past games, that seeming that we haven't really had a reason why it can't just be ported over, like the double ring, the octagon, decor, like a bunch of stuff. You know, but I expect it ought to be added back because he has had a track record for bringing in old content in its own way. So I have faith in that. But yeah, it's peculiar how we get stuff like this. So enhanced compatibility with iOS. Does a better job of pausing for ads. Cool. Roaming through the curtain only makes you come up last if you were late. Otherwise, you come up first and always with your teammates. And that's not on Switch. I don't know why. But sure, I don't really care either way about which where I'd come in. But yeah, that's the list. But it seems something seemed to miss from it. So near-death experiences. I'm guessing this also counts for the new unconscious system, which is terrible. One of the worst feature added to this game, because it. So basically, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's really cool. Like a character can just like pass out in the middle of a match. But little did I know, if the character passes out, it automatically ends the match. And you're thinking, oh well, just restart it and go again. Because there's a restart match button, and it basically continues from where you left off. So if you had like a finish that was like scuffed, you can just basically undo it, and which is a very cool thing, and it's what makes Wrestling Empire have like the best exhibition in all the wrestling games. But here now, once you restart, the match does continue, but the opponent is unconscious forever. They don't regain consciousness, which is terrible. And I think like how bad this is overlooked. Firstly, the feature feels completely devoid of purpose if the match just ends when they're unconscious. Like, okay. Second, there is already a feature to like a match type, like a way to win, which is by knocking out your opponent. Why don't you just have that happen when you have, like, if you wanted to function this way, just have that happen only when they like only have it end the match when that's the rule. That's what I thought it was going to be, you know. And also, and finally, you know, this can happen in exhibition, any mode, any match, and it will automatically end things, which could permanently fuck up the gameplay for this. Because if it can happen any time you're depending on low health, then like you can have like this really long dope exhibition match, and it can just end if one of the characters passes out. Now, because you have the near-death animation that seems to happen before anyone passes out, you could probably like get a save, but like you're probably like say you're both down. Like I tested this. The first match I played, someone passed out, and it was a battle royal, and they were automatically said to get out, and I was like, "What? They haven't been eliminated." So it's super lame, you know. Like if it was just like a thing that can happen in like matches, for like a brief period where they're knocked out, because obviously they're going to have to take like a lot of punishment first, so it wouldn't be like interrupting the flow, much like how the near-death animations work. But no, it automatically eliminates or just ends the match, and that is infuriating. Like even in a match where there is no win condition, you can win those now. You know, like the endless mode for exhibition, that can be ended because you can knock the fuck out of someone. And it only took me 12 minutes in a hardcore match. And in that one battle royal, one of the guys got eliminated in like 7 minutes. So I don't even think it's like that rare of occurrence, you know. Like an exhibition, I put on like an hour-long matches before, you know. And like what I love about Empire's gameplay is like you can have matches just keep going, like, or they can just like end really quickly, you know. And this just adds to like it could just end randomly. And it'd be super lame. So this goes from being like a very cool addition to like hardcore experiences, and obviously a quality of life update to like the matches where you need to win by knockout. And it goes from that to just a feature that automatically ends your game. Where is the fun in that? Like if that's how it worked for, you know, like the career modes, then absolutely that's fine. But exhibition, you are like you're restricting the player because it can end at any point. If they get knocked out, it's over. You're soft locked. You have to leave the match. Whereas before, you can just restart the match if there's a finish, you know. And that was like something that was really great about the exhibition. You could just keep making sure the match went on. And that was like super cool, like, because you would basically just do your own thing. Because the point of this game and the appeal of it is all the freedom you have. This feature actively drains every match from its freedom because it can happen in every match. And I don't know the chance of it happening. It still seems rare, but not rare enough that like that it won't annoy me at some point, that it won't interrupt a match I'm doing. And also, when I was doing Battle Royale, my first match there, and I did someone knocked out, but this happened. The rope started shaking, then they froze. The camera froze in place, it wouldn't move. And this is later on in the match. See, camera still won't move. Like it's zoomed in at some point. That wrestler who was knocked out just disappeared eventually. It wasn't showing the indicators for like who was eliminated, who was left. There were like spurts everywhere. There's a floating skateboard. So yeah, absolutely terrible. Just like unacceptable. And that's a glitch in my first match. I noticed the performance of the 30 like the multi-man matches was worse. And I don't know how that's happened. Like it could just be because I was in the street, and I think that's it's not as optimal in that location. But that glitch never happened until my first match of this update. So I don't know how common it is, but multi-man matches I'm guessing is pretty fucking common. And again, that is a game-breaking glitch, because the match is ruined then. Like, it's still ongoing, technically. But yeah, that no one's played like that. So yeah, what this update has done for me is, you've got like a few like neat little things. Albeit the disappointing absence of actual vehicles and for poor reasoning. But even then, you have these game-breaking glitches, and there's clearly been a lot of effort put into like patching some stuff. There are still omissions, especially now, on like the creation suite. I don't know if the clown face was intentionally removed or what. The taunt list, I don't know why there's missing taunts. I don't know why that hasn't been fixed, because it happened with the roaming update, which brought in a lot of glitches, but we're finally getting it like cool kind of fixed. But those taunts, no. And now this clown face as well has gone with this update, which is super disappointing. I hate updates that remove content, like literally just content. Like that was a completely unique face and it's gone for no reason. And it's ruining all my course. Like this actually makes me not want to get any of the updates now, because the last version was the better version of the game. There were less issues like that, which you saw. My core isn't fucked up, and I don't have to run the risk of wrestlers just getting knocked out in the match automatically ending. So yeah, that's it. Vehicles seem to the main appeal of the update, and they're not here. And everything I thought that would have been great functions in an unsatisfying way. I think this is an incredibly poorly handled update, and I love Wrestling Empire. It's my favourite wrestling game of all time. Wrestling games are basically my favourite game type of all time. So it's very much up there. But the updates like this are unacceptable. And like normally I find, even with like updates that really disappoint me mostly. I was like, oh well, it's free content, it's there's nothing wrong with any of these additions. It's neat, I'll go check it out. But now it's just, why are we getting shit like near death stuff when we don't even have a double ring? Like, why are we going to these levels and they're not even functioning as people would want? I'm guessing, at least. I don't think anyone wanted a thing that automatically shuts off their match, especially exhibition players. So I don't know. I was heard because I feel Like, it's a small community, and I feel I'm, like, kind of, like, up there at least, sort of. Honestly, I'm not fucking popular, but, like, it seems like I might be listened, but I don't know if Matt Dickey listens to the community. So, yeah, I hope this gets fixed. I really hope the near-death thing is, like, fundamentally changed. It's not even a broken feature, it's just a bad one. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm still gonna make compilations and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't really want to play the game in this state. I really don't. Like, it's really pissed me off, and like, when I first thought it was like a minor thing, it's just like stuff that's constantly bothering my matches. I don't want to bother with it until I see what the next step for this game is. And unfortunately, Nintendo Switch doesn't let you revert to older versions of the game. Yeah, I know what you think. And I'm gonna make sure to spread awareness about like missing content. Like I'm not like clamming for like, I don't get like clamor for like, hey, add stuff from like older game, because you're already aware of like what's in the old games, obviously. But like the stuff gone from Wrestling Empire itself, stuff that I was removed, stuff that he showed ages ago but never added, you know, like climbing the wall of the stadium, that's not in the game. Where is it? Bring it back, or just add in the stuff that you were like showcasing, instead of like tricking your audience into expecting these things. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.